In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you why it's important to know your worth and how knowing your worth can start to shift your life. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name's Fola. To those of you who are new, I'm so glad that you could join in. And to those returning for another go, thank you for your support. In this video, I'm going to be talking a bit about my personal experience with learning about self-worth and how that's really shifted my life and why it's important that we honor and respect ourselves. Sometimes I've talked about this whole hashtag of dubbing thyself, dub thee, and honoring the self as this queen or this king. And I know some people might be kind of weirded out about that. It's like, oh no, we shouldn't be royalty, or people talk really negatively about the queen as these like reptilian beings. But part of me wonders, maybe this is just that whole sort of way we've created the other polarity, us versus them, so that we continue to live in this life of not enough or in poverty mindset. And so when I talk about honoring yourself and knowing your self-worth, this really is about us knowing how much we are worthy of all the amazing things that life has to offer, all the different experiences, all the joy, the peace, the abundance, and the bliss. And it can take time to build up to those feelings of worthiness. I feel like 2020 has been a huge year for me to come to these understandings, and just in the last 5-6 months, it has really skyrocketed. I'll just put it that way. The beautiful thing about having that self-worth is that I think it's always just getting deeper and deeper awareness that you are worthy. Because for so long, I felt like there were parts of myself that I respected and honored, like my physical body and my mind. But over the years, it's just gotten to this place of a conscious awareness. It's like, oh, there's so much more that I could expand on in terms of my worthiness. And I think the thing that helped me was shortly after the whole lockdown happened in March of this year, I had signed up for a online workshop, Nail It and Scale It, with Kerwin Ray. He's an Australian entrepreneur, major business guy, but really about kind of uncovering the emotional and the mental aspects, the spiritual aspects, and also tapping into the physical wellness so that people can really grow and expand their businesses and their personal life as well. And this was a huge investment for me in my business and just in my life. But I knew for quite a few months that I had to do something. I could tell how he was kind of showing up in my life more and more through all the synchronicities. And so I did it. I took the plunge and I went into that course. And it's about, I think, 3-4 day online at this point because of COVID. Usually it's in person in Australia, and it's hard work. You go in, you are learning all the things that there has to do with business, and you're learning a lot about yourself. And the thing that I learned was that in order to really promote yourself or to engage with people in business, or also, which I translate into personal, romantic, or love life, you need to understand your worth. It was weird at that time. I was going through a breakup, and I could see how my love life and my finances were kind of interrelated with each other, and it all had to do with worth. I didn't feel at that point like I was worthy of true love. I didn't really feel at that point that I was worthy of even true abundance and wealth. And there were all these things that I was doing at that time that were kind of causing me more harm than good, I would think. And it all had to do with my mindset around worthiness. That's what I just wanted to come on here and share with you, that in order to start to see a shift in your finances, in your business, in your love life, in your life in general, you need to start to understand that you are worthy. You have been created by the divine, by spirit. You are here for a purpose and a reason. Even if you don't really know, or you aren't sure if you're walking that just yet, you are always on the path. And it's all about the unfolding and the learning about yourself and about that self-worth. And in order to really start to see the shifts in your life, you need to, do a variety of things. Like things that have helped me have been the affirmations around my worth. So saying things like, I am worthy of love, I'm worthy of all the goodness that life has to offer. But also doing any type of forgiveness work around places that maybe you've turned away or cut away from any of these amazing experiences, or where you've maybe felt like someone else has cut you off from them, and there might be these like feelings of insecurity or a grudge being held, any types of shame or guilt. It's really important to look into all those aspects, because if we don't, then we're continually carrying on that like energy signature. And what happens is once you start to raise your vibration into that place of worthiness, then your external world starts to mirror back all those higher vibrational experiences. So we talk about energy and, like attracts like. And because everything in the world, everything we experience is energy, the computer, these solid objects behind me, they're just vibrating their molecules or their atoms at a different rate. The same thing happens with our mind, right? Is that we are creating thoughts, and these thoughts travel out, and we might not be able to see them because they're not like tangible things just at the moment, but they are vibrating at a certain vibration, right? Or certain frequency. And so the idea is that the more dense and like heavy and constrictive thoughts tend to be more negative, and the more loving and like higher vibrational thoughts, you can like just feel it already. It's like, oh, like I'm love, I'm peace, all that vibrates at a higher frequency. And you can look up studies that have been done around the impact of positive or negative words or statements on different types of molecules, including water. I just really want you to know that in order to start to shift your internal world, you need to start by shifting the mind, shifting the thoughts, speaking these things and understanding your worth, and then acting on those things. Because, we go so much into, I really want that like item over there, maybe to get my nails done, for instance. And we just think, oh no, maybe I shouldn't spend the money on that. And it's like, well, is that thing going to bring you more feelings of peace and happiness and understanding that you are worthy and deserving of that or not, right? And kind of balancing. Obviously not spending a ton of money that you don't have so that you can get more and more experiences, and filling yourself with all these material things that aren't really filling you up. It's like a really fine balance, but to know that you deserve to experience pleasure in your life. And you can experience pleasure doing a wide range of things. You don't have to spend any money at all. You can just go out in nature, go for a bike ride, do something that really makes you feel good. Like I think I mentioned before, for me, it's like watching The Office. I love that show. I can watch it 100 times in a row. And it just makes me laugh, and I can feel like the change, and I know that I deserve to sit there and watch it. And so for yourself right now, if you feel these feelings of unworthiness, I would really encourage you to start to fill your day, fill your life with positive aspects, positive things that build you up, and just know and trust that you are a queen, you are a king, that you deserve the most elaborateness of life, that you deserve to experience life to the fullest. And once you start to believe that for yourself, and know that you are the prize, that you have everything already that you could ever want or imagine just by you existing, then it's like all those things that you truly desire and those experiences, they just magically come in alignment with you. Because again, the vibration is in alignment with where you're at. And you might have those days where you just don't feel that great, and that's completely okay. I think that's part of the ebbs and flows of life. We always go through those. If anyone has learned a way to not go through those, please leave those in the comments below. I would love to hear that. And I just really wanted to come on here and remind you about the beauty that you are, and give you a few tips of what's worked for myself to kind of shift using those affirmations and using those kind of positive experiences to build myself up. And I hope that it works for you as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to shuffle these cards and pull a card for you. This is from the, what's this deck called? The Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. So let's just see a card. Oh, no, two. We got two things. So we have self-worth. I'm just gonna put this down, and we have release. Oh, let's see if I can get it without the blur of the lights. So we have self-worth, which is an orange sacral chakra card, and then we have release, which I think is considered like a neutral card in this deck. But oh my god, look at that! It's like a crown. Oh, it's kind of hard to see because the light. But it's someone there walking, and here is this beautiful, not a crown, a throne. There's a throne, just like literally being lit up from the divine. And it looks like this person down here, you might not be able to see it, but they were busy making a snow angel. So this is it, like, you are worthy. Go and have fun. It's not snowing just yet, but soon. Go and have fun, make angels, just play, enjoy that time. Release anything that no longer serves you, that shame and that guilt and that the sorrow, the sadness that maybe has held you back from experiencing life fully. Let it go and allow yourself to step into that place of self-worth. The color orange represents the sacral chakra. That has a lot to do with our worth, and that's interesting as well because that chakra just below the belly button is also related to our relationship with people, with love, with ourselves, and also with our relationship with money, finances. So it's like once we can understand and you can tap into your worth, your self-worth, all that stuff is gonna just flow. And it's interesting because here they're on ice, but over here it's like all that ice is melted. It's just this beautiful river on the side. So there you go. Anyways, feel free to share and like this video, subscribe if you haven't to my channel, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.